This is the Sony QX10 lens. The thinking behind it is that it replaces the camera on your smartphone. It's got a 10 times optical zoom lens and an 18 megapixel sensor. Now, here are the details. It's got an on button right here. Let's flick it on. There we go. Zoom controls. Zooming in, zooming out. It's got a shutter release here. It's got flaps that open and extend if you want to throw it onto your smartphone. More on that in just a moment. And it's got a tripod mount here if you want a steady shot. It connects to your phone, by the way, via Wi-Fi or NFC. Now, in order for this bad boy to work, you need an app called Play Memories. So you download it and it will sync up automatically. So here is what we're seeing. Need to hold it kind of steady. Okay. Now you can actually zoom in using the controls on the lens itself, or zoom out. Okay, let's put the camera down for a second. I'll take a snap. Restore it. I'll store it in your phone straight off. Then you go back and take a few more, and if you want, control it, control the zooms via the interface on your phone. You can also control video. In order to do that, you need an SD card. We'll show you that. Show you where to put that a little later on. But if you can see here, you need to kind of keep it very still. Otherwise it loses picture a little bit. That is the gist. Now, let's talk about putting it on the phone itself. So, these flaps. They're open, so let's just extend them. Okay, there we go. Just to show you the front. That's how it looks. Okay, so then let's turn her around. And once again, you're in phone control via the interface on your phone. Right, for a more in-depth analysis on this bad boy, let's talk to Fintan. Fintan, you've had it for a weekend. What's the story with it?
It's a great gadget. I had it out, took photographs, tested it in low light, outdoors, indoors. It is a really well built product. It's probably a little bit overpriced. It is a good gadget, but at $230 it's probably a little on the expensive side. Sony themselves make some great DSLR cameras for €200. So for €30 cheaper, you get a camera with a 20 times zoom, 20 megapixels. So you can get improvements on this for €30 less. But as a gadget to go with a smartphone, it is really an interesting product. It gives you the ability to be able to shoot and capture video not being attached to the camera, so like a little GoPro kind of, without being waterproof. The biggest drawbacks for actually taking for functionality, I would say, is no flash on it, integrated into it. So in dark rooms it doesn't work well, but the video and sound recording on it is probably one of the strongest features I found. I was surprised with the audio is actually very good on it, the mic that's integrated into it, and the zoom in and out is very smooth and fluid. So it is good as a lens, just probably a little overpriced for what it is.
How practical do you think it is actually putting it onto your smartphone if you want to take a snap?
That is another drawback. If we saw it there on your phone, and your phone's quite a large phone, and it looked okay, but most people's smartphones are actually one step smaller, so it is actually quite heavy. It would be heavier than the smartphone in some cases, so it does kind of counterweight the front of it. It takes a while to get used to holding your phone with this on it, and I'm sure there's plenty of people out there may drop it at the start. But yeah, it does definitely kind of is quite clunky on the phone. Also, the connection sometimes is a bit iffy between the phone and the camera. It can drop out now and again. So if you're taking sports events and things like that, you really need it just to stay working for the whole lot. It's different if you're taking stage photographs. But
can you see people who would be really into this gadget?
Yes, I'd say it's kind of a dad gadget.
Controversial.
It's a bit on the pricier side, so I don't think there'd be a huge uptake. But people that are really interested in the photographs, yeah, definitely, people are going to get into it. If you're more about taking scenery and things like that, then it's perfect. Outdoor photographs, brilliant. And then recording video, it's a great addition to a phone. But as a practical camera, I can't see many people trying to get selfies in a pub with this, you know.
Bit awkward.
Yeah.
Okay, just to remind you as well, folks, it does come with the micro USB cable and a wrist strap. And as Fintan says, it'll cost you 229 quid in the shops.